Welcome to the podcast, everybody. I've been missing y'all. It's been a long time since I've done the ups and downs and smiles and frowns. But we're here. We're coming live from the Edge West Apartments. Jacob is right now with Megan. What a gay! Hanging out with her instead of hanging out with us. But want to welcome everybody back. This is the podcast for our new member, Bloggle. This is a video of awards and just a roundup of league and all talk and all banner. It was a pretty good time. I just want to get you a rundown of all the members. You've been playing all these people. You really don't know the whole background to everything. And I'll just let you know. Myself, I'm Brodman Sanders. I'm the commish. I'm the current fantasy basketball champion of our league, of a bunch of our friends. Big Auburn fan, Braves fan. I'm in pharmacy school at Auburn. I date Brooke, who is the Pink Princess. My name is the general manager's. So that's me. Another guy in our league is Nick Ginn. He's something about dirty birds that has to deal with the Falcons. He's a super optimistic Auburn fan. He thinks we can win every game, like last year against Alabama. I don't think we got a shot, you know. He's from Atlanta. He's an accounting Auburn guy. He dates Stephanie Kearns. You'll maybe hear some stuff about Stephanie later. Grace is one of our girls. She loves Tim Tebow. She was Miss Tebow. She's a huge Auburn fan. Some people say she's a fantasy fraud. She's Jacob's best friend in the league. Jacob is in the league. He's Brodman's and Nancy after me. Grace loves meatheads. She loves meatheads like Craig Sanders and Jace Frost. She likes the big men. Rick Salnitri, who's the Arsenal, is the president of engineering at Timco Corporation. He's married to Miss Carolyn. He's father of Michael and Steven. And he throws the best tailgate in Auburn. So you got to come hang out with us some. Brooke is from Cincinnati. She's the Pink Princess. She dates me. And her favorite thing about fantasy football is I like to watch the points. John Mark, he's our champion from last year. He's the return of the king. He's married to Emily Junkins now. He is in the Air Force. He lives in Hawaii, and he used to like Mississippi State. Gay. Michael, or Little Sal, as he'll be referred to most of the time. He's a student at Auburn. He's the son of Rick. He loses his keys multiple times a day, and he's last year's truck nut winner, which is the truck nut is what you get when you become last place. But we'll get to that later. Jacob, he's my roommate. He's a double E major like Tyler Nay. He's a huge Auburn fan. Some might say he's a bunker legend, but we really don't know. And he's Brodman's and Nancy. And Steven Salnitri, other times he's referred to the Middle Sal. He's in Auburn's NBA. He's the son of Rick, Michael's brother. He's studied more fantasy than anyone here combined and has so far the worst team in the league. Sal, trade me your dog. All right, let's get right to it. Our Week 2 winners. One of the games was me versus Mr. Rick. I got lucky. Mr. Rick's running backs were just average. They didn't get any touchdowns, so I won that one. I'll still keep riding the Vic wave. Jacob versus Brooke. Jacob's team is hot. Brooke's team is not that hot. Too bad that isn't true in real life, because you know you're hot. You know what I'm saying, Brooke? So we have that. We got Michael versus John Mark. John Mark, your team stunk it up. Michael keeps winning. I don't know what to say. We had Grace versus Bloggle. Grace defense pulled it off. That's really what pulled it off. It was a good game. Bloggle, trade one of your quarterbacks, man. Next game we had was Nick versus Steven. Steven, good game, Sal. You live and die by the Romo, just not close enough. And also, is Doug Martin going to do anything? You know what? If you trade him to me, you know, I can give you some stuff back that works, and you give me your dog. All right, so we got the matchups for this week. Not a huge rivalry week this week, but just some good matchups. First, we got Mr. Rick versus John Mark. I think unexpected injuries and the expected injuries might be the downfall for you, John Mark. Fitzgerald going down is a bigger blow than it looks like. Mr. Rick team is a juggernaut. I think he wins it. Warboggle versus Bonesaw. Bonesaw is ready. Lil Sal is either really lucky in life or he's really unlucky. He's lucky he got tickets as a fresh gay to the SEC Championship. He gets to go to Europe twice. He's also really unlucky by being a Dodgers fan. He had to live with Rob, and he has to pay rent to watch TV in his den. So, I don't know. Next, we have Grace versus Nick. This might be the closest game of the week. The teams are pretty even. But this game has no really rivalry or anything at all. No smack talk. This is like the Oakland versus Jacksonville game this Sunday. It was just flat out boring. Jacob versus me. It's a roommate battle. We're having a breakfast bet. The loser has to cook the winner breakfast 3 times in bed. So I'm hoping I pull it out on that one. And last we had the Brooke versus Middle Sal, the battle of the defeated. I actually think your team might have maxed out last week. And I think Brooke's going to be picking up Royal. She's the highest on the waiver wire. So you might have some that might handcuff Rivers if you're thinking about starting him. You know what? I had Matthew Stafford. Trade me your dog. All right. Well, the JCS, if you didn't remember, is Jacob's little algorithm. He's been doing it. Jacob's been working, been plugging numbers to make himself look the best. Is what I think he's been doing. So here it is. In first place is Michael. He's expected to get like 11 wins. Second is myself. Third is Jacob. Fourth is Nick. Fifth is Rick. Sixth is Grace. Seventh is John Mark. 8 is Steven. 9 is Bloggle. 10 is Brooke. I'm not completely sold on this. You know, it's real early with these things. I think Mr. Rick is too low for how good his team is, but we'll see. Awards, everybody's favorite part of the podcast. We'll be bringing back some old ones. We'll be bringing in some new awards. First award, the Kobe Bryant Award, which means the person who raped the person the most. That goes to Bonesaw. Bonesaw, you beat John Mark by 48 points last week. John Mark, you just got crushed, dude. The Gene Chizik Award, since Gene, R.I.P., is gone. Somehow Jay Jacobs isn't gone, but Gene's gone. It's going to be now called the Ron Rivera Award because he's going to be gone any second now for the Panthers. That goes to Sal, Brooke, Brooke, and Bloggle. All of y'all haven't won a game. The Panthers haven't won a game, so y'all got that. The Chris Brown Award goes to the guy who beat a woman because Chris Brown beat Rihanna. That goes to Jacob. Jacob, you beat Brooke. How cool. The Wilt Chamberlain Award. Wilt Chamberlain scored 100 points in the game, most ever. Who scored the most points last week? That's myself with 163. The Krause Rogers Award is named after Stephen Krause and Jordan Rogers. Goes to the low scorer each week. That's going to be to John Mark. John Mark, you put up 61 points. That's the lowest we've ever had from this last year and from this year so far. Is 61 points. So congratulations. We got the Jake Holland Award. The Jake Holland Award goes to Jake Holland because no one here sucks as much as Jake Holland does. I promise you that. The Skip Bayless Award, that goes to you, Sal, for all that talking, and still we're not seeing anything. Trade me your dog! All right, so we got the John Will Rule. The John Will Rule goes to the person. That's the person that gets kicked out of the end. I did some odds. Take them for what you will. 4-1 chance of getting voted out is Grace. 5-2 is Bloggle. 7-2 odds is John Mark. 8-1 is me. 9-2 is Sal. And 11-3 is Jacob. I think everyone else is really safe. We have to vote on that in week 6 if we still want one. So we'll do all that. All right, my predictions I have. Mr. Rick over John Mark. I got it as plus 15, think injuries. Bonesaw over Bloggle, plus 23. Can Bonesaw be ready 3 weeks in a row? That's the big question. We got Grace over Nick. That's plus 3. It's a real toss-up. Brooke over Middle Sal. I think Brooke's got it. I don't know about Steven's team. Jacob over me. I don't think my running backs can perform because they really suck. Some just news. Let's get some more trade starts, some arguing and beat-up going. Stop being stingy, Sal. Give me your dog so I can change its name to like Nico Holland. So that's really it. Other just news. We got fantasy basketball coming up. I'll be sending emails to people who are playing in our league about that. Still need money from some people, so give me cash. Pay the man. All right. And last thing, we just need some prayers and some shout-outs. I like to send a prayer out to the AU Tigers. They're going to Death Valley. Haven't won there in 10 years. Don't know if we can keep winning. Pray to all the wives and girlfriends because we spend too much time. We have too much fun doing this thing that's just us looking at a computer watching people play on TVs. So that's a special shout-out to Anna Cook, Brooklyn, my future dog, Mama Goldbergs, the Atlanta Braves, and all the niggas in the struggle. Love all y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace!